Far away from the crowded cities and the noise of the modern world, hidden in the middle of the Indian Ocean, there is a place where nature appears to have created its own masterpiece. A coastline where enormous granite rocks rise from the sand like ancient monuments, where crystal-clear waters reveal another world beneath the surface, and where the rhythm of life follows the endless movement of the ocean. This is Anse Source d'Argent, one of the most extraordinary beaches on Earth, located on Digue Island in Seychelles, a place where beauty, history, and island traditions exist together in perfect harmony. But behind this legendary landscape lies a story much deeper than its breathtaking appearance. A story written by ancient oceans, powerful natural forces, and generations of people who learned how to build a life on a small island surrounded by endless blue waters. Millions of years ago, long before humans arrived, the islands of Seychelles were shaped by the movement of the earth itself. The giant granite formations that surround Anse Source d'Argent are silent witnesses of that forgotten era. Their smooth curves and massive shapes were sculpted by wind, rain, and waves over countless generations, creating a landscape unlike anywhere else on the planet. To the people who live here, these rocks are more than natural wonders. They are part of the identity of the island, ancient guardians that have watched generations of islanders grow, struggle, and create a life beside the sea. For centuries, Digue remained a quiet and isolated world. Separated from distant continents by thousands of kilometers of ocean, the island developed a unique way of life, shaped by nature, tradition, and community. The first island communities learned that survival depended on understanding the environment around them. The ocean provided food and connection, the land provided resources, and cooperation became the foundation of everyday life. Here, life has never been about controlling nature. It has always been about living alongside it. Every morning, the island slowly awakens. Fishermen prepare their boats. Families begin their daily routines. Bicycles move along quiet paths surrounded by tropical forests, while the sound of waves continues as the background music of island life. Unlike many places around the world, Digue has preserved a rare sense of simplicity. There are no endless highways cutting through the landscape. No massive cities covering the horizon. Instead, there are small communities where people still know their neighbors. Traditions remain alive, and time seems to move according to a different rhythm. For generations, the people of Seychelles have created a culture influenced by different worlds. African roots, European history, and Asian influences came together across these islands, creating the unique Creole identity that defines Seychelles today. This diversity can be seen everywhere, in the language people speak, the food they prepare, the music they create, and the traditions they continue sharing with younger generations. But perhaps the greatest mystery of Anse Source d'Argent is not why people come here. It is why some people never want to leave. Because this island represents something that has become rare in the modern world. A place where simplicity still has value. Where nature is not just something to admire, but something people live with every day. Where happiness can be found in the smallest moments, a quiet morning by the ocean, a conversation with a neighbor, or watching the sun disappear behind ancient granite rocks. But behind this paradise lies a deeper question. How do people protect a fragile island like this while sharing its beauty with the entire world? Because Anse Source d'Argent is not only a destination, it is a living home. A place where nature, culture, and human stories are connected by the same ocean that surrounds it. This is Living in Anse Source d'Argent, a journey into one of the world's most beautiful islands, where ancient stones remember the past, ocean waves shape the present, and a timeless way of life continues beside the endless blue horizon. But to truly understand Anse Source d'Argent, we must look beyond the perfect images that appear around the world. Because behind the white sand, turquoise water, and ancient granite formations is a story about people who built a life in one of the most isolated corners of the planet. A story about adaptation, identity, and the quiet strength of island communities. Life on La Digue has always been shaped by one powerful presence: the ocean. For generations, the sea has been both a challenge and a companion. It separated the island from the rest of the world, but it also provided everything people needed to survive. Food came from the waters surrounding the island. Trade arrived through ships crossing the Indian Ocean. Stories and cultures traveled with every wave that reached these shores. Over time, the people of Seychelles created a unique identity, one shaped by different civilizations meeting in the middle of the ocean. The result was a culture unlike anywhere else. A blend of African heritage, European influences, and traditions brought by travelers from distant lands. But despite these influences, island life remained deeply connected to nature. On La Digue, the relationship between people and the environment is something felt every day. The rhythm of life follows the movement of the sun and the changing moods of the sea. Morning begins with the sound of waves touching the shore. The paths slowly fill with bicycles moving through the island. Local markets begin opening, and communities prepare for another day surrounded by tropical landscapes. Here, transportation, architecture, and daily routines all reflect a slower way of living. A lifestyle where people are not constantly chasing time, but learning to move together with it. This philosophy can also be seen in the traditions of island families. Many customs are not preserved inside museums or written only in history books. They continue through everyday actions. Through recipes prepared in family kitchens, through songs passed between generations, through celebrations where communities gather and remember who they are. Because in small island societies, culture is not something separate from life. Culture is life itself. But paradise is never without challenges. A fragile island, surrounded by ocean, must constantly protect the balance between human activity and the natural world. The same beauty that attracts people from around the globe must also be carefully protected for future generations. Because the granite rocks, coral reefs, forests, and beaches of La Digue are not simply attractions. They are part of a living ecosystem that has existed for thousands of years. The people who live here understand that protecting nature means protecting their own future. And perhaps this is the hidden lesson of Anse Source d'Argent. That true paradise is not created only by beautiful landscapes. It is created when humans learn how to belong within those landscapes. A place becomes special not only because of what visitors see, but because of the invisible connection between the land and the people who protect it. Every fishing boat returning to shore carries a piece of island history. Every traditional meal carries memories of previous generations. Every path beneath the palm trees carries the footsteps of people who have called this island home. And when the sun begins to disappear behind the horizon, covering the granite rocks of Anse Source d'Argent with golden light, the island reveals its greatest secret. The beauty of this place was never only about what nature created. It was about the life that grew around it. This is Anse Source d'Argent, a place where the ocean writes history, where ancient stones guard forgotten memories, and where a small island community continues proving that a simple life can hold the greatest treasures. As the journey continues deeper into the heart of La Digue, another story begins to appear. A story not about the perfect beaches seen in photographs, but about the invisible world that exists behind them. Because an island is not defined only by its landscapes. It is defined by the memories created by the people who live there. For generations, life on La Digue has followed a different rhythm from the rest of the world. Here, time is not measured by crowded schedules or endless movement. It is measured by the rising and falling of the tides, by the changing colors of the sky, and by the moments shared between families and neighbors. In the early morning, when the island is still quiet, the first sounds are often those of nature itself. The waves touching the shore, the wind moving through palm trees. The distant voices of people beginning another day, surrounded by the ocean. For islanders, this is not a temporary escape from ordinary life. This is home. A place where generations have grown up knowing the sea not as a view, but as a part of their existence. Children learn early that the ocean has its own language. The changing winds, the movement of clouds, and the behavior of waves all carry messages that island communities have learned to understand over centuries. This knowledge was not created in classrooms. It was created through experience. Through countless mornings spent beside the water, through generations watching the same coastline change with every season. And this connection extends beyond the ocean. The forests, plants, and wildlife of La Digue are also part of the island's story. Every tree and every hidden path represents a delicate balance that has developed over thousands of years. The island is a reminder that even the smallest places on Earth can hold extraordinary worlds within them. But perhaps the most fascinating part of La Digue is the way people preserve simplicity in a world that is constantly changing. While many places are becoming faster, louder, and more connected, this island continues protecting moments of peace. A conversation with a neighbor, a meal shared with family, a quiet walk beneath tropical trees as the ocean stretches endlessly ahead. These moments may seem small, but on an island like La Digue, they represent something much greater. They represent a way of understanding life. A belief that happiness is not always found in having more, but in appreciating what already exists. However, the future of this paradise depends on a difficult balance. How can an island share its beauty with the world while protecting the fragile environment and traditions that make it special? This question has become part of the story of La Digue itself. Because every visitor who arrives becomes part of the relationship between humanity and nature. The future of this island will not only be decided by those who live here. It will also depend on how the world chooses to value places that cannot be replaced. Because some landscapes are more than beautiful images. They are living stories. Stories of nature's patience, stories of human adaptation, stories of communities that found a way to exist in harmony with the world around them. And perhaps this is the true magic of Anse Source d'Argent. Not only that it looks like a dream, but that behind the dream, real people continue building real lives. People who wake up with the ocean outside their homes. People who carry traditions from their ancestors. People who understand that paradise is not something you find. It is something you protect. This is Anse Source d'Argent, a hidden island world where ancient nature meets human stories, where the ocean shapes every generation, and where the simplest moments become the most unforgettable treasures. But perhaps the greatest secret of La Digue is hidden not in the landscapes, but in the way people have learned to live with almost nothing separating them from nature. On this small island in the Indian Ocean, there is a feeling that the modern world has moved away, leaving behind a place where human life still follows ancient rhythms. Here, the ocean is not a distant horizon. It is a constant companion. It decides when fishermen leave the shore. It influences what families eat. It shapes the stories told by older generations and the dreams of those who grow up surrounded by endless blue waters. For the people of La Digue, the sea carries both opportunity and mystery. Beneath the surface lies a hidden world of coral gardens, colorful marine life, and ecosystems that have existed for thousands of years. Above the surface, the same waters that surround the island connect it with the rest of the world. Every wave that reaches the shore has traveled a great distance, carrying with it the endless movement of the planet itself. This connection with the ocean has shaped the character of island communities. People here understand that nature cannot be rushed. The tides do not follow human schedules. The seasons cannot be controlled. The ocean gives its gifts only when people learn to respect its power. And perhaps this is why life on La Digue feels different. The island teaches patience. It teaches people to notice details that are often forgotten in the modern world. The changing colors of the sky before sunrise, the sound of rain falling over tropical forests, the quiet moments when the entire island seems to pause and breathe together. But behind this peaceful lifestyle is also a story of resilience. Living on a remote island has never been easy. Communities have faced storms, limited resources, and the challenges of being separated from larger continents. Yet these challenges created something powerful. A strong sense of community. On small islands, people depend on each other. Neighbors become like family. Traditions become a source of strength. Every person plays a role in protecting the identity of the place they call home. This spirit can be seen in the way island culture continues to survive. The music, language, food, and celebrations of Seychelles are not simply reminders of the past. They are living expressions of a people who have created their own identity in the middle of the ocean. The Creole culture of Seychelles tells a story of connection. A story of different peoples meeting, sharing traditions, and creating something new, while preserving the memories of where they came from. But as the world becomes more connected, La Digue faces a new challenge. How can an island remain authentic when millions of people dream of experiencing its beauty? The answer lies in understanding that true beauty is fragile. The giant granite rocks of Anse Source survived for millions of years, but the balance around them depends on the choices humans make today. Protecting this place means protecting more than a beach. It means protecting a way of life. A way of life where people still understand the importance of simplicity, where nature remains part of everyday existence, and where the past continues guiding the future. Because the real wonder of Anse Source d'Argent is not only found in its perfect scenery, it is found in the invisible relationship between the island and its people. A relationship built through generations of fishermen, families, and communities who learned one important truth. A paradise is not created by escaping the world. A paradise is created by learning how to live within it. This is Anse Source d'Argent, where ancient granite remembers the beginning of time, where the ocean carries stories across generations, and where a small island continues proving that the greatest treasures are often found in the simplest ways of living.